this is Nick LaMonaco with Memphis Audio. We're here to talk about marine audio today, so have a listen. Yeah, well, this is probably, I've been saying, the greatest thing to happen to marine audio since the boat was invented. So these speakers, we wanted to come out with a new tower speaker. We knew we had some stiff competition. There's some companies that make some awesome tower speakers out there. Got to give them credit. Companies that have been doing it for a long time. And we knew with our new speakers, we really needed to stand out and have some amazing product. So we started thinking about what is always at an outdoor concert, outdoor concert or on a boat. That's kind of the same thing. So if you're standing in a stadium listening to your favorite band play, you always see speaker arrays. There's always speaker arrays at those concerts. Allows the audio to be spread across wide area, as well as be super loud and controllable. So we were thinking, why couldn't we do that on a boat? So we thought about it and like, hey, we can do that with some tweeters instead of a compression horn. So we did some testing, made a cardboard bridge on our old tower speaker, and the concept was born. And fast forward a year and a half later, we now have a patented design where we have a 3 tweeter array on our 8-inch tower and a 4 tweeter array on our 10-inch tower. So here's a quick look of the 8-inch tower in black. Unfortunately, I don't have it lit up, so that's a little bit disappointing. So this will be, 3 to 6 dB quieter with the LEDs off. But if you can see there in the video, the 3 tweeters on the 8-inch here, beautiful gloss back. All of this lights up here, lights up there, lights up here, and then lights up on the back with the adjustable logo. You can turn that anyway, depending on how you mount the speaker. And the grill also pivots as well. So as I mentioned, the line array allows us to get more coverage left to right. And in today's world, I mean, we're hearing from our customers that wake surfing is more popular now than wakeboarding. So you're going to be just behind the boat, just to the left or the right of the boat. Don't ask me the correct terminology for boats. I don't know that, but you'll be just behind the boat as opposed to being 15 feet directly behind the boat on a wakeboard. So this array allows us to get better sound left to right for the surfer to be able to hear it. In addition to that, this is a fully sealed design. So virtually everyone else's, including our old tower speakers, they had a compression horn in the middle. Well, the compression horn was impossible for it to be waterproof because it's in the middle, water can get in. In addition, you had a rubber surround between the tweeter and the mid, which created inefficiencies in the mid bass driver as well. So now that we have a fully sealed dust cap on the mid, we're getting better mid bass response, as well as a fully sealed enclosure and the tweeters. So it's a real waterproof speaker as opposed to pretty waterproof with the compression horn. With the regular tweeters as well, we're going to be between 2 and 4 dB louder. That's actual, real, tested at 5, 10, and 20 meters than the top competitors' compression drivers. So in addition to having a much flatter response, more mid-bass response because of that sealed dust cap, flatter response because we don't have the aggressive compression driver spinning the higher end frequencies sporadically, a lot smoother response with the regular tweeter. So we're going to be smoother and louder and play wider, all in the same footprint of an 8 and a 10-inch can. So we spent a lot of time making it look beautiful with, I believe, the most LEDs on a tower speaker in the industry, and then made it louder with better coverage than any tower speaker in the industry. We are known for having some pretty loud, great sounding sound bars. And a couple years ago, our customers were like, man, it'd be really cool if you had a sound bar that we could put on a personal watercraft. And so we said, you're right, that would be pretty cool. So let's see if we can do that. And the MXA SB9 was born. But putting a soundbar on a personal watercraft or a boat, somewhere where there could be either dunked in water or get a large splash of water, that's a tough thing to do because, look at that enclosure, it's black. And when it's getting heat from the sun and the built-in amplifier, that enclosure is getting pretty hot. And that enclosure includes the airspace for the speakers. So with that enclosure being, let's say, 100 degrees, 120 degrees, being down in the sun with the amplifier in there, and let's say it was on a Sea-Doo Spark, and you flip that Spark into the water, well, this hot enclosure is going to get completely submerged in very frigid 70 degrees. Sorry, Canadians, I only know Fahrenheit, 70-degree water. And that would cause a dramatic pressure change inside that enclosure. Well, the way we combated that is if you look right where the wires come into the back of the enclosure, there's a little circle there, and that is a waterproof valve. So that's a Gore-Tex valve, which allows air to pass through it, but not water. So when there is a dramatic pressure change, like a hot enclosure is dunked into cold water, that valve allows the air to equalize and saves the speakers from either being blown out or sucked in. I forget which way that would go in that application. So that's how we were able to create a full IPX7 rated speaker enclosure. So this can go underwater 1 meter for up to 30 minutes and stay functional. And if we flip it back to the front, we'll see that it's got two 3.5s and two tweeters. And so this is roughly 9 inches long, not just a clever name on the SB9. And this is pound for pound the loudest soundbar that you can get. This soundbar will keep up with our 20-inch soundbar, as well as virtually everybody else's 20-inch soundbar in a small, tiny enclosure. Those 1-inch tweeters on there, they get it screaming. Obviously, with more cone area on the 20-inch with more mids, they're going to have a little bit more mid-bass response, but this thing screams for its size and really gets output. People are blown away with how loud this enclosure is. If we move to the top, you'll see all of the buttons for play, pause, and volume, all right there. They do light up, make it easy to see. And then we can look at the back and bottom for the mounting options. All those little rubber spots are for mounting options. See here we have three spots in the back, 3 spots in the bottom to mount the mounting bar, and then it comes with those two ram mount style mounts that you see Phil's holding up there. So it makes it real easy to put on handlebars. So this also works for a motorcycle, but a Sea-Doo Spark works amazing. Other side-by-sides, you can take the bottom of that mount and surface mount, so screw the bottom of the mount right onto a flat area. Also comes with the bar mount, so you can put it mounted on the side of a pontoon or any railing, make it super easy. Very, very versatile mounting. We also have a surface mount available, an additional accessory that you can get as well. So this thing really can be mounted anywhere. It's got Bluetooth and auxiliary in. You could hardwire two together if you wanted the output of one into the auxiliary in of the other. So you get two of these going at once. A friend of mine actually has that set up on his Yamaha YXZ side-by-side. But you're not going to get a louder bang for your buck in the inch. This little 9-inch thing screams. And in addition, it's got very, very versatile mounting options. And it's truly waterproof. If you want to play for the fish for 30 minutes, 31 minutes, you've got a problem, but you can play for the fish 1 meter underwater for 30 minutes, which a lot of us are probably going to do. Listened to our customers and really tailored this new marine amplifier line to exactly what they needed and what fit well with our product lineup. So these are fully redesigned from the ground up, true marine amplifiers designed specifically for the marine environment. We have 3 models. We have the 600.2 2-channel, 500.4 4-channel, and then the coolest amp in the lineup, the 900.6 6-channel. So let's start with that as we're looking at it right here. Some of the cool features are, as you see, the fully sealed speaker outputs. So those are, you can unplug, plug them in, wire up your speakers, and then just snap them right in. The pinouts for those connectors are very similar to some other lines. So it's become sort of it's not officially marine standard, but it kind of is with some of the large OEM manufacturers. So it's the same pinouts there. It's got a removable power lug with full marine grade rated power connectors. Everything's sealed. This is IPX5. The control panel on the top, you would two screws, takes that panel off to get you to all of your amplifier settings. So two things are good about that: seals it away for water, but also keeps the customer out of it from thinking he knows what he's doing to turn up all the volume knobs. And then the 6 channel comes with a dual knob remote there, so you have your volume control for the front 4 and then a volume control for your 5th and 6th channels independently. So one thing that is super cool with our amplifiers that works along with our subwoofers and their flex technology is um, we were trying to find a way to streamline our amps so we didn't have to have a ton of amps, a bunch of monos, 2 channels, because you need the big power for the subwoofers, but then you also need big power for tower speakers. Our 10-inch tower is 350 watts RMS. When you get a pair of those, that's getting into your subwoofer power. So with the benefits of our flex technology and our subwoofers, we don't need a mono, we don't need a 5 channel in our lineup. So that 6 channel that we were showing, that's 4x90 and 2x300 at 2 ohm. So what that means is you can run some cabin speakers off the front 4 channels, um, and have all of your cabin speakers on that one volume knob. And then the 5th and 6th channel with staggered power, you can either run 2 of our marine subs, put the impedance down to 2 ohm and run 2 of them, or take our Mojo Mini and jump that up to 4 ohm, and you got 600 watts to power that on the 5th and 6th channel. Or you can take 2 tower speakers and throw it on the higher power on that 5th and 6th channel and get a ton of power out full range. So now we used to have a 5 channel that was good for speakers and subs. Now we have a 6 channel that's good for speakers and subs or speakers and towers. Um, Similar going on to the 2 channel. So we have a 600 watt 2 channel. Like I mentioned before, just bridge that to 4 ohm. You have a mono to run our Mojo Mini. You leave it as a true 2 channel. You can run 2 of our marine subs, or you can run 2 or 4 towers with that 2 channel. And then finishing out the lineup is our 500.44 channel. So you get 125 watts by 4 to power a bunch of stuff. Or you still could use it to power tower speakers or even subs. Again, the versatility of our flex technology makes this amplifier lineup streamlined. With only 3 SKUs, we're able to cover virtually every application you would need. You can use a 6 channel to power some cabins and towers, and then you could use our 2 channel to put some subs in there. Make life real easy with just three amplifiers to bring out the line. Hey guys, Nick Lamonaco here from Memphis. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you learned a lot about Memphis Audio and look forward to seeing you on the water.